G'day and welcome to my hangar, my home away from home. I'm Thomas, an aircraft mechanic. My job is to inspect, maintain, repair and troubleshoot aircraft systems. Today we'll be doing a routine walk around of one of our planes and showing you how to maintain them before handover. Now the bird you're looking at is an F18 Super Hornet. If you look around the room and in front of you, you'll see a bunch of glowing orbs. Trigger those and I'll guide you through the experience at your own pace. Now normally a check like this would take about 45 minutes, including refueling. But as you can see, with all the components, we'll keep it simple for now. Got to keep some things a surprise in case you end up joining us in the future. You'll see some basic stats about the plane in front of you, but in general, it's about 18 meters long, can reach a max speed of 1,960 kilometers per hour, Mach 1.6, and has a flight ceiling of 50,000 feet. Say hello to the Rhino's horn, or more accurately, the radome. Under here is the F-18's radar system, packed with all sorts of tech that our radar systems engineers develop, giving it the capability to do ground mapping, navigation, and even detecting weather conditions. Now what I can show you is the $1 million screw. If this falls out, the whole aircraft could fall apart. So let's grab that Phillips screwdriver and make sure it's nice and tight. This masterpiece is our landing gear. What we generally check here are the hydraulic pistons, considering the amount of pressure they're under. It's common to find a bit of oil leaking out, and from the looks of it, that's exactly what's happening. We'll just wipe it off with a bit of solvent. Given the amount, it's nothing to worry about. It's something I'll just keep an eye on and top up occasionally. With every landing, the tyre pressure can decrease. We'll just use a tyre pressure gauge for this, but it can also be checked from the cockpit. Looks like we're good. We normally go for about 300 psi in the back and 150 psi under the nose. These things are beasts, by the way. Just think about how tough it is for our material engineers to design something that can handle extreme heat, freezing temperatures, salt water, and still support an aircraft weighing 29,900 kilograms. Looks like we've got some build up. Let's wipe that off with some rags and solvent. Got to make it nice and shiny. Plus I don't think our aerodynamic engineers would appreciate their work being thwarted by a bit of grime. Their job is to make this plane as aerodynamically efficient as possible to support its 2,700 kilometer range. With that gone, we can now safely store this bird without worrying about corrosion. It also helps reveal any structural damage and keeps the aircraft flying at optimal performance. A bit dark in there, but if I light it up for you, you'll be able to see the turbine blades. What we're looking for is any damage or debris. During flights, all sorts of things can enter the intake and damage the turbine blades, which means we'll have to call our machinists to make replacements. We've even found birds sitting in here that we've had to shoo away. That's why we use engine covers when the aircraft is in storage. Fasteners. I couldn't tell you how many have tightened up over the years. They're all over the plane, and it looks like these ones are loose. Let's get them tightened up. If we leave them too long, they can cause the frame to shift and vibrate, leading to a whole range of issues like airframe cracking, flutter in the flight surfaces, and even in-flight failures. But to our structural design engineers, they're a necessary evil. They need to strike a fine balance between strength, practicality, and ease of access for ongoing maintenance. The cockpit. Here I'll talk you through a couple of system checks we need to run, and maybe even get you to press a couple of buttons for me. After a flight there might be some warnings displayed on the avionics display. Normally I'd press the restart button on the main screen, so go ahead and give that a try. If that doesn't work, I'd call in my avionics technician mate to take a look. Oh, and while you're at it, I'll just flick the nav lights on and off real quick. Next we need to calibrate the flight controls to ensure precise handling. Just grab the joystick and gently move it in each direction for me. Alright, that's all good. Let's check the radio to see if we've received any transmissions through it. While you're at it, there's a loop between your legs. That's our NACE's ejection handle. I'll make sure it's in the stowed position or you'll go flying. With all that done, I'll get you to hop out and keep looking around. Cheers for joining me in this walk around so late. This is night shift after all, since we generally do maintenance at night. perfect for you night owls. If you haven't already, check out our production flight acceptance test experience. I hope you enjoyed hearing about what mechanics like myself do, along with all the other roles involved in keeping this aircraft flying.
First up, great to meet you. I'm Deefa, a former fast jet test pilot. Today I'll take you through a production flight acceptance test, or PFAT. This test covers everything from control surfaces, comms and navigation systems to engine performance. The goal is to make sure the aircraft flies as intended in real-world conditions. It's a full team effort with engineering, flight operations, support and diagnostics all working behind the scenes to get the jet ready for service. Next slide, please. Since this might be your first time in the cockpit, I'll be joining you, so keep an ear out for me over the radio. I'll talk you through what we'll be doing at each stage, and who'll be watching from the ground. First, we'll check ground systems and basic flight controls. You'll move the controls while ground crews and avionics technicians confirm everything is responding properly. Next, we'll push the throttles to test engine performance at different altitudes. Aerospace and propulsion engineers will be watching engine data live to make sure the power delivery is smooth and safe. Then we'll move into handling checks with sharp turns, precise rolls, and a full stick roll. Flight test engineers will be analysing telemetry as it comes in to see exactly how the jet responds. After that, we'll accelerate into a supersonic dash and follow with a high G turn. Structural and materials engineers will be watching for any signs of stress on the airframe. Finally, we'll bring it back for landing system checks and a touch and go. Landing gear and hydraulic specialists will be looking closely at how the gear deploys and operates. By the time we're done, you'll have flown a full PFAT profile and the team will know this jet is ready for service. Next slide. With all that covered, let's get you flying. Listen out for me on the radio and you should be able to handle this just fine. When you're ready, the briefing room door is unlocked. Get ready because we are throwing you straight into the action.